Good morning, my name is Ryan Bell reporting for The Loop, and here are today's headlines. Steve Bruce let go as Newcastle manager.
Today most Newcastle fans will be happy to hear that Steve Bruce has been let go of as the Newcastle manager.
Students construct a new trail path at Woodhouse Park.
The path will provide more accessibility and a peaceful area for volunteers to relax at the garden.
Scene 1 reopens as COVID restrictions are lifted.
During the pandemic, to be honest, from our side, I felt as though we were picked on a little bit, out of all honesty, because it was hospitality that took a real big hit.
An insight into the creative industry in Love Our College Week. Stay tuned to find out more. Some good news for Newcastle United fans, as yesterday the club announced that Steve Bruce will no longer be the manager of the club. Here is Andrew Hodgson for more.
I'm here at Newcastle, where the new era for this football club has just begun. Yesterday, thousands of Geordies flooded to the street to go and celebrate the arrival of the new owners.
It seemed everywhere you went in Newcastle, you could see some happy fans singing chants and drinking beer. These celebrations got bigger and bigger at the stadium. The stadium was just as full as the streets, as 52,000 fans attended to watch the end of the Mike Ashley reign and the beginning of something new.
And today most Newcastle fans will be happy to hear that Steve Bruce has been let go of as the Newcastle manager. The club issued a statement today saying that he will no longer be in charge of the club. Currently, the team is second off bottom in the league table without a win in 8 games. It's not looking good for the Magpies, and most fans will be very, very happy to hear he is gone.
Now that the Newcastle-born manager is out, this leaves space for a number of other big names. Andrew Hodgson, reporting for The Loop.
A new trail path is being constructed at Woodhouse Park in Peterlee, and some students have been invited to help with construction. Jess Kennedy visited the site to get some more information on this.
Students from East Durham College have been invited to take part in the development of a trail path at Woodhouse Park in Peterlee. They recently received £9,500 funding from the National Lottery to further develop the gardens. The path will provide more accessibility and a peaceful area for volunteers to relax at the garden.
The award, the £9,500 award, went primarily basically on the garden itself, which came to with the hard landscaping such as the brickwork, laying of paths for disability access, because prior to this it was all just basically soil and uneven ground. So the first thing I identified was the health and safety aspects of it all. So one of the key projects, key ideas was to incorporate disability access, and also for aged people come around in motorised scooters, etc., being unfirm on their feet. So the walk on the wild side is basically to extend the garden area to have a more of a chill out area, a relaxed area, so that they could walk through parts of the park, observe nature, play part in nature, and not be like part and parcel of like all well manicured lawns and flowers and things. And again, just to sit and relax and enjoy the silence, the bird song, etc., things like this. So it's been very successful, and the East Durham College Engage Group have been a fundamental part of the process, for the simple reason they've been here when no other groups have been here, because the downside of volunteering sometimes is you can get like groups who are very keen for a week or two, then circumstances happen and they don't turn up for various reasons. Not all bad. So the good part of the engaged group has been that we've had continuity. So it means we'd plan on a week-to-week basis so that we wouldn't be awarded an amount and be expected to do a certain amount of work and then it has to stop because of lack of volunteers and we pick up 6 months later. So they've been an incredible asset to us and certainly to the Peterlee Community Garden Group as well. And I think the biggest part of it all is that the younger people have realised they've got a purpose. Even if they don't attain much at college, they can do things outside with their hands and with the problem solving and
Here
things like
in
that.
college we have our very own restaurant called Scene One, and due to COVID they have lost out on business and are proud to finally be reopening.
Many restaurants across the world have been impacted by the impending lockdowns and restrictions from COVID-19. Some restaurants have had to close due to going bankrupt and in debt. However, some businesses have held hope of reopening. Among one of these is the Scene One restaurant here at the East Durham College Peterlee campus. And they are in full swing and back in business. It is run by the talented catering students here at East Durham College, and the public can now grab some amazing food for a fantastic price. We spoke to Mark, the manager at Scene One, to get some ideas on what it was like the restaurant and the catering students during lockdown and how they cope with the closure. Let's see what he had to say.
Within the restaurant, so Scene One, we obviously cater for external customers as well as the staff. It's the students that prepare the food, obviously level 1, level 2, level 3. Obviously they then get the sort of like all the knowledge and the understanding of how a restaurant works. During the pandemic, to be honest, from our side, I felt as though we were picked on a little bit, out of all honesty, because it was hospitality that took a real big hit. But obviously, because the government says close, obviously we've got to obey. So unfortunately, it did kind of take an effect on the whole sort of like qualifications and the students and obviously ourselves, to be honest. With regards to the COVID restrictions, firstly, we offered a takeaway service. And as the restrictions sort of ease off a little bit, obviously tables were moved slightly to give them a little bit more space, so they weren't kind of sitting on the top of each other. And again, we obviously stuck to the rule of 6 with regards to sort of table size as well. It wasn't as hard for us, and obviously the students at this point were brand new, so they really didn't get a feel of what it was like pre-COVID. They had like 3 or 4 weeks there where they got a little bit of practice. The last 5 weeks they kind of adapted and changed and obviously pushed on a little bit more to obviously make sure it was all done and dusted and getting them prepared for sort of now.
Thank you, Mark. That is all we have for this week at Scene One. My name's Josh Davies, reporting for The Loop.
In other news, in Houghtonleigh Spring, the community is saddened as there has been a stabbing of an 18-year-old named Jack Woodley. He was severely injured on Saturday evening and sadly died in hospital on Sunday. 7 teenagers have been charged with the murder and will appear before South Tyneside magistrates later. Controversy has struck amongst Warner Bros. And the Batwoman production company, and former Batwoman star Ruby Rose. She took to Instagram last night to hit at the production company for its lack of work safety and abuse she and other co-stars have received. Ruby Rose alleges that 2 stunt doubles were hospitalised, one with extreme 3rd-degree burns and one left paralysed, as well as receiving serious injuries herself. She also hit out at the Batwoman production for not shutting down filming when ordered to by the government due to the global pandemic. It has been said that they did not follow the COVID guidelines put in place, and Rose thinks that the injuries to the cast would have been avoided had they paused the production. Warner Bros. Has issued a statement saying the actress had multiple complaints about workplace behaviour that were extensively reviewed and handled. Ray Fisher sided with the actress Ruby Rose, giving a statement on Twitter saying, "I know a Warner Bros. Whistleblower special when I read it." Netflix employees staged a walkout over at the Los Angeles office building on Wednesday. This comes after Dave Chappelle offending the LGBTQ plus community with his recent comedy special, The Closer. In the special, he is heard making anti-trans comments. Employees and other people have taken a protest to the streets, where they can be seen holding LGBTQ plus signs as they protest against the transphobic remarks. Here at East Durham College, we have a Love Our College Week, where teachers and students look back at the best photographs throughout the years. We got an insight into the creative department and what the students love about their course.
I like art because the teachers are great, I'm free to express myself, and it's a creative environment.
Love Our College is a week dedicated to all the East Durham College students, celebrating their each individual course and what they have learned and how far they have came. Here at East Durham College, the Creative Department offers the students a wide range of opportunities, such as trips to Amsterdam and London, live performances, panto, and many other opportunities.
I love performing arts because not only do you get to express yourself through your own material, but you get to learn new material every day.
Each department in the creative sector work very closely together to create brand new shows, pantos, live performances, live streams, and many other opportunities. What you are seeing is a glimpse into the creative department and what they do each day.
I love media because it allows me to develop my skills day after day and put it into doing what I love most.
I love music because it gives me the opportunity to perform live in front of live audiences to showcase everyone's talents.
Check out the East Durham College Facebook page and Instagram to check out the photos throughout the years that we have used for this year's Love Our College week.
End soon. Now we are heading over to Josh Cook for this week's weather forecast.
The weather in County Durham will be slightly breezy with the temperatures of 15 degrees and dropping to about 7 in the evening. Along with this, the rain's chance will be significantly low with about 20 to 40% chance of it raining. Moving into Saturday though, the weather will not be as good as Friday. The temperatures will be about 15 to 9, but as we move into the evening, the rain chance will be about 60%, which is a lot higher than Friday, so make sure you're packing a coat if you plan on going out anywhere. Moving into Sunday, the weather will be on average in terms of temperatures. It'll be about 15 to about 11, but as we move into the evening, the temperatures will drop. Along with this, the rain will still be the same as Friday and Saturday, so make sure you do pack a coat if you plan on going out on Sunday as well. That's all from me today. Back to you in the studio.
This has been Ryan Bell reporting for The Loop. Thank you for watching.